I'd like to talk to you a minute about modifying topwater lures. This is what I do, and it helps me catch a lot more fish during the course of my tournament season. One of the things I really like to do, especially to one of my favorite all-around baits, the buzz bait, is I like to bend the wire where you tie your line that goes to the head of the bait. I put just a little bend in it, and that acts more like a keel in the water, allows the bait to track very straight. When I want to fish this buzz bait extremely slow, I actually bend the blade, create more cup here. And I bend both blades because it has two tips. What that does is that actually grabs more water, surface water, and it allows me to fish the bait much slower than the average angler that just gets a buzz bait and ties it on right out of the package. Fast, if you want to. The flatter you make one, the better, the faster you gotta reel it. And this enables me to catch a lot more fish on a buzz bait during the course of a year. The other thing is, I like to use trailers on a buzz bait. One of my most favorite ways to use a trailer is to actually remove the skirt and attach a money minnow on the back, and I've got the action of actually a shad swimming behind the buzz bait as I'm cranking it. That's one of the biggest modifications that I can tell you about fishing a buzz bait. You know, it's not like in the old days with topwater chuggers like the Pop-R where it took me hours to sand the bait and get it right. Now there's the new Zell Pop. It's not like the old ones. I pretty much today take this bait right out of the box, tie it on, and fish it. You know, when it comes to doing a modification to my walking baits, especially the Zell Spook, there's very little I do to that other than about two things. One is, I don't very often fish any topwater lure without the feathered trailer, so I will add me a feathered trailer to all of my topwater baits. The other thing I do, especially to the Zell Spook, is the line tie. I have a tendency where I want to bend this line tie. For example, if I want to fish this bait underneath a boat dock where you've never thrown it, I will actually take the line tie and bend it either right or left. If I bend it just to the right, every time I jerk this bait or I'm walking it back to me, it will only go to the right. If I bend it to the left, it's only going to go to the left. So this enables me to put my walking bait where your walking bait has never been. You know, one of the best things I like to do when it comes to modifying my prop baits is I like to take these blades and bend them. I either bend them backwards or I bend them forwards, depending on how much activity I see on that fishing day. When the fish move up in the springtime to spawn and they get around what we call cover, that cover is going to be a brush, a layover tree, a rock, a stump. By bending these blades further forward on the bait, actually slows the bait down. Now with the blades bent that much forward on the bait, this is going to allow me to twitch this bait about 10 to 15 times and keep it within a 1.5 foot circle. That's me keeping the bait right in front of the fish in that strike zone. And this helps me catch a lot more fish during my tournament year. One of my biggest passions in fishing is catching fish on topwater lures. That has won me a lot of money in my career. And because of the tips and modifications that I've just shown you, I hope that helps you catch more fish. Good luck this season.